Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new event that has been added into DB Legends, and this is for the Majin Buu Revival event. And basically it's very similar to the Prevent World Domination event that featured the superheroes units. It's very similar to the Goku Black event that just came out, and essentially you can do 15 stages in total, each of which will drop 50 Chrono Crystals and 5 slot removers, totaling in for 750 Chrono Crystals, and in total around about 75 slot removers. And all you need to do is basically have these characters at set stars. That's really about it. So as you complete each stage for each character, it will unlock the next stage, and when you unlock the next stage you get the exact same rewards. Now the characters can only be deployed if they meet the conditions. The first fight is unlocked at 4 stars, the second fight at 8 stars or 1 red star, and the final fight is unlocked at 14 stars or all 7 red stars. Once you've basically done these fights, you're pretty much good to go. All you need to do is have the characters at the set limit break. Generally speaking, the characters are not too bad. A lot of them are sparking units from Mastery Season 1 and 2. So hopefully players will have them at a decent rank. And yeah, there's 5 fights for 5 characters. The Trunks, the Goten, the Gotenks, Tabura, and Videl. And each fight has 3 stages, and each stage is worth 50 Chrono Crystals and 5 slot removers. The actual fight itself is not anything too crazy. It's not really that hard or difficult or anything like that. It's fairly straightforward. It's honestly fairly simple, fairly straightforward, super duper simple concept. And yeah, very much just kind of like a super easy generic way to grab yourself some Chrono Crystals. The fights, as I mentioned, are not difficult. There's no gimmick to them. They're not hyperdimensional cop, and they don't actually even get that much harder based on the higher you go. They really kind of remain the same difficulty. The only real challenge is getting the characters to the set requirement. Now, if you've been playing the game for a while, you probably do have these guys at a high star. If you haven't been playing the game for a while, then you're a bit unlucky. Of course, eventually you will get them, and the event is permanent, so there's no rush, but obviously it's going to feel a lot better if you do have the characters at a higher star, because then you're going to be able to obviously get your hands on quite a few Chrono Crystals, whereas if you don't, then it's a little bit more difficult. With that being said, I do think these events are good, because they add permanent Chrono Crystals into the system, so even though they may not be accessible to you now, they do at least create some incentive for having units when they even get a little bit older. So that's really honestly about it. There's not really too much else that you need to know or do in regards to this event. So I think really that kind of covers everything you need to know. There's no real missions to this either, and there's nothing really else you need to do. So if you have the units, go and earn yourself some Chrono Crystals with relative ease. Also, slot removers are always pretty helpful, especially if you are someone like me who's always burning through them to try and upgrade gear. Beyond that, that's it. Each stage will unlock in sequence, so you have to do stage 1 to unlock stage 2 to unlock stage 3, and the first stage will only be accessible if you've got 4 stars. The second stage will only be accessible if you have 8 stars or 1 red star, and the final stage will only be accessible if you have 14 stars or all red stars basically. Beyond that, you can only do 3 attempts per day, so make sure you start the stage as early as possible, because it is going to be able to help you out the most. You want to start relatively early so that you can use your attempts and get the stones as quickly as you can. Beyond that, remember you can only deploy 1 character, so just boost the hell out of them with the remaining members. Although like I said, the fights themselves are really honestly not that hard, so you shouldn't really have an issue. I didn't experience any change in difficulty between one stage to the next, just the typings changed a little bit. But yeah, that really honestly covers everything you need to know. So go and get those Chrono Crystals if you're lucky enough to have the characters. And if you're not, don't worry too much, it won't be going anywhere. So yeah, that's about it. But 750 Chrono Crystals, pretty cool. And yeah, some slot removes as well. So I think overall, a nice event. I do like these events. I think they're bringing them out at a good pace as well. So hopefully there will be one that comes out soon that, has Chrono Crystals for you. But that's it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.